Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit LIONS fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. It's not every day you hear whispers about a potential trade that could shake up the entire NFC North, but here we are. Rumors are swirling that the Tennessee Titans, a team currently rebuilding and sitting at a Fort Wells record, might be open to parting ways with one of their most valuable defensive stars, Jeffrey Simmons. And get this, the Detroit Lions are reportedly in the mix, with the Titans eyeing a package that would include a first-round pick in 2026 and a second-rounder in 2027. Now, if this deal goes down, it could be a game-changer for Detroit, especially on the defensive front, which has been their Achilles heel this season. Jeffrey Simmons, for those who might not be fully aware, is an absolute beast inside. This guy is a true force of nature on the defensive line, and he's been a nightmare for offensive lines across the league. Simmons, just 26 years old, has already amassed an impressive resume, 75 career sacks, over 350 tackles, and 18 forced fumbles. His PFF grade is an eye-popper at 91.5, and he's been a cornerstone for the Titans' defense even during their rougher seasons. In 2025, he racked up 13 sacks, 26 tackles for loss, and 40 quarterback hits despite battling an ankle injury that limited him to 13 games. That's pretty much par for the course, considering he played through injuries in 2024 as well, finishing with 11 sacks. What makes Simmons so valuable, especially for a team like the Lions, is his ability to control the middle of the line of scrimmage. The Lions, as we all know, have had issues with run defense, especially since losing Alexej McNeil to injury. Their defense has been giving up 145 yards per game on the ground, which is unacceptable for a team that wants to contend deep into January. Adding Simmons to the fold could instantly transform that unit into one of the league's best, especially considering his ability to stuff the run and collapse the pocket from the inside. He's like a black hole for offenses. He eats up double teams, he pressures quarterbacks with relentless force, and he can change the entire dynamic of a game just by being that disruptive inside. Let's talk about his profile for a moment. Simmons isn't just a run stuffer, he's a legitimate pass-rushing threat. Over his career, he's accumulated 75 sacks, that's roughly 3 sacks per season, but what really stands out is his consistency and ability to produce big plays. In 2025, he logged 13 sacks, along with 26 tackles for loss and 40 QB hits, making him a nightmare for offensive lines trying to handle him on passing downs. His pressure rate is around 28%, and he's excellent at stopping runs, with a run-stop percentage of 29. That kind of production is rare for interior defensive linemen, and it's what makes him a potential difference-maker for Detroit. Now, to put this into perspective, Simmons' style of play is often compared to some of the best in the league, Fletcher Cox at his peak, with the ability to win double teams 23% of the time, and a YAC, yards after catch, allowed of just 2.8 yards per reception. His impact on the game isn't just about sacks. He's a complete force against both the run and pass. His grade of 90+ in run defense and his ability to get QB hits at a 25% rate make him a perfect fit for the Lions' aggressive front. Plus, he's a 2-time All-Pro and has made the Pro Bowl 4 times, so this isn't just hype, this guy's a proven star. But why would the Titans be willing to part with him? Well, it's all about the rebuild. The Titans are giving up 8 points per game, and they're looking to cut costs and rebuild with a focus on the future. Their cap situation isn't great. They have around $16 million in cap space, and they're in need of a quarterback and young defensive backs. They've also got 43 sacks on the season, but their overall record of 1-4 in the last 5 games suggests they're looking to start fresh and gather draft capital. Moving Simmons could free up around $27 million in annual cap space, which would be a huge boost for their rebuild. Plus, acquiring draft picks gives them the flexibility to draft a quarterback and rebuild their secondary, which is desperately in need of talent. For the Lions, this isn't just about plugging a hole, it's about revolutionizing their defense. Right now, their interior D has been leaking yards, especially with Arnold IR, who's been giving up 145 yards per game on the ground. Adding Simmons alongside Alan McNeil would create a formidable duo inside. The potential impact is huge. We're talking about reducing the running game's effectiveness by around 28 yards per game, possibly adding 19 sacks from the interior, and boosting EPA, expected points added, per run stop by 20%. Looking at the matchup, Simmons' ability to dominate centers and create mismatches could be a game changer. His TFL, tackle for loss, per game would jump from around 0.4 to over 2.3 if he was facing current interior linemen, forcing the offense to double-team him constantly and opening up opportunities elsewhere. His presence would also generate extra pressure, which in turn would help the secondary cover receivers longer, reducing the likelihood of big plays downfield. And let's not forget the ripple effect. Simmons' addition could elevate the entire Lions' front seven. We've seen what a disruptive interior lineman can do. Remember the 2019 Lions? Their defense was significantly better with extra stops and pressure. That was when they finished with the fourth best run defense in the league, and their pass rush got a boost from players like Trey Flowers and Romeo Okwara. A similar boost with Simmons in the mix could turn Detroit's defense into one of the league's top units, especially against the run, which has been a sore spot this season. Now, looking at the bigger picture, the trade could be a serious boost for the Lions' Super Bowl chances. Simmons' presence on the line would improve their odds significantly, with estimates showing a jump from plus 2,000 to plus 1,100, a 45% increase in their Super Bowl win probability. That kind of boost is huge. It's similar to what the Bucs experienced after acquiring V in 2023. Simmons could be the X factor that pushes Detroit from a good team to a real contender, especially in the playoffs, where interior pressure and run-stopping ability are crucial. In terms of playoff impact, Simmons' ability to pressure quarterbacks and stuff the run would be instrumental. His EPA per snap, which currently hovers around 39, would improve dramatically, especially against interior runs and heavy sets. He'd be able to limit running backs like Gibbs or other explosive interior runners, forcing offenses to become one-dimensional and easier to contain. His presence would also translate into more turnovers, as he's proven to force fumbles and disrupt plays at a high rate. All this paints a picture of a Detroit Lions team that's not just adding a player, but transforming their defense into a nightmare for offenses. The Lions have been close this season. A few plays here and there have kept them out of the postseason picture so far, but with Simmons, they could finally take that leap. Imagine the front line with Simmons inside, paired with McNeil, and a secondary that's already been solid. This is a team that can compete with anyone. Of course, all of this hinges on whether the Titans are willing to part with Simmons and accept the package of future draft picks. But if they do, the Lions are looking at a game-changing move that could set them up for a deep playoff run and maybe their first Super Bowl appearance in decades. The potential is there, and it's rare to see such a disruptive force available at a time when Detroit is looking to make that final push over the top. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Simmons is the missing piece for a Super Bowl run? Would you trade future picks for such a game-changing talent? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Detroit Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news.